everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be unboxing and taking a look at the brand new 2023-2024 Day Designer Daily Planners. So this planner is an academic year planner. It starts in July of 2023 and runs through June of 2024. These are available now with all the new cover designs and everything like that. And it is a full year daily planner. In addition to the daily layout, they also have a weekly layout, and both are available in two sizes, the classic size and the mini. I have the classic size daily planner here. I was gifted this planner by Day Designer, so thank you so much to them for sending it to me. They even let me pick the cover that I wanted. And if you are shopping with Day Designer, I do have a discount code and an affiliate link down in the description below if you want to use them. I do really appreciate that. Plus, you can save a little bit of money with my discount code. So let's open this up and take a look. I did take all of the protective packaging off, like the planner itself was wrapped in a plastic wrap and then bubble wrap. I did kind of want you to get a little experience of what the packaging looks like, because to me, they have the most luxurious packaging of any planner brand that I receive from. Such a glamorous and luxurious experience opening one of their planners. I absolutely love it. So it comes in this little green box. This is actually the box that it mails in. The shipping label is just on the bottom of this, and everything is packaged very securely. I've never had any problem with damage or anything like that. So you open the box up, and then it's got another box inside, and it has this really beautiful inside packaging with the gold stripes there, and it is foiled. And then we can pull out this box, which I don't typically save the shipping box, but I do save the box that the planner comes in. And like I said, the planner itself was actually wrapped up inside bubble wrap and inside some like plastic to keep it protected. But I do have that off already because I did already open this up to take a look. But I just wanted you to see the experience of first getting to slide your planner out of this box. It's just, like I said, it's just very luxurious. There's also just a little card on the front there. That's just their like kind of connect with you card. They also have like a monthly giveaway. If you tag them, you can win some shop credit and stuff like that. And then just like a little bit of information about the planner. And then this is the cover that I chose. So gorgeous. They had so many beautiful options. It was honestly very hard to choose, but I just absolutely love that. So this cover is called Sunset. As I said, this is the original size planner. So it is 9 inches wide by 9.75 inches tall. So a little bit longer than it is wide, but it is larger than your standard 7x9 planner. It is a very large and heavy, weighty planner. You do have a full year of daily pages in here. It's not split into 2 or into 4. So it is a full year planner. This retails for $68. But again, you do get the full year of daily planner. It is wire O binding, and the cover is chipboard, so it's nice and hard, and it's got these gold foil corner protectors. I also have my planner from last year to take a look at. I was just thinking that I was originally thinking that the gold looked a little bit different than last year, but it's not. It's just because of how warm toned the cover is. And it's the same gold. This just looks so gorgeous together. I'm really happy with this cover choice. And the wire O binding is really nice. I am not a huge fan of wire O binding, and I struggle with the pages, especially in the back here, always like trying to get stuck on something. I'm always having to like shuffle this around, but I kind of find that with any wire O binding, especially when you have so much stuff on the planner. Brand new with no stickers or anything in it. It's like a little bit over an inch thick, and I just do struggle with all of the pages on the wire O, but if you like wire O, this is a high quality one. The front just has their little logo. It says July 2023 to June 2024, and it says the strategic planner and daily agenda for living a well-designed life. So I think these are, so we can take a look inside. I think the layout is pretty much the same as last year. I don't really think that there were any changes. You get a pocket on the inside that is like a shiny material, and it comes with 2 sheets of stickers. The stickers are just very neutral gold foil stickers. It is a really nice gold foiling. You get some words and some little icons and different things, and there are 2 sheets of the same stickers there. And then on the opening page here, you just have a plain blank page. Does not say anything. It's just a little cover. You can make yourself a cover. And then after that, you get the planner page cover. it says day designer and all of the information, and here's the one from last year. So the only difference that I see is that the text is printed a little bit darker last year than here. It's just slightly lighter gray this year. You've also got space to put your word of the year in. There is some goal setting pages in this planner if you are not familiar. Also, your tabs are gold in this planner, which is really nice. This planner is extremely, extremely neutral. There is very little. There is no color in here, and it is just a very, very neutral planner. You have a little bit of information about the planner, the day designer story. It does come in with a clip-in ruler, which says today at the top, so you could actually slide this up. Again, this just clips onto the wire O, and use this as a page marker, so then it's gonna stick up a little bit on top of the planner, or you can take it out. Then again, you get into your kind of goal setting and pre-work pages. There is a little section here for a self-assessment. Where am I at in life? Now, this is not as robust as Moxie Life, but you do get some pre-work pages in the beginning, but then there's no like weekly or monthly goals pages or anything like that throughout the planner. So my goals, what's important to me, you have things in 5 categories here. It says self-care, relationships, personal development, resources, time and money listed specifically under that. I do like the idea of time as a resource because I do think people undervalue their time in general. And then vocation, so career. At first I thought that said vacation. I was like, it's weird to have a full separate category for vacation if you're only doing 5. But no, it says vocation, it says job, career, community. So a way to make it more flexible to fit with your however you define your work. Then the plan for those, so what steps do I take to get there? Goal description, monthly actions, weekly routine, daily habit, progress looks like. So a little space to break it down. The goals page itself has things for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. It's just not a lot of space to write in, but you could do some goal setting work in here. Then you have your ideal month, making it happen. So just kind of like a place to map out your ideal month. And then an ideal week where it has an actual time frame for each day, and it runs from 5 a.m. all the way till midnight, breaking things down into morning, afternoon, and evening, and all of the days of the week so that you can kind of map out an ideal week. Then you have this 12-month overview. I love the way they do their monthly overview pages. Instead of just having it be the kind of like little block calendars where just the dates are written down, they're actually like little mini calendars. So you could do some color coding in there, put some dots, maybe even squeeze in a little bit of writing if you had like some really key dates to put in, like a big vacation or something like that. I think this is a really great monthly overview layout, something that I really like about the planner. The weekends are hashed out on this. It's very faint. You could still write on top of it, but they are hashed out. Let's see if I can zoom you in. Can you see? It's really hard to see on camera. Again, this is printed in, you can see it pretty well in person, but it is just a little bit lighter than last year. And all of these pre-work pages, all of these preliminary pages have been the same as what was in the planner for last year. So no changes to any layout there. You've got a list of holidays for 2023 and 2024, full year for both. And then a thing that's like a checklist that says birthday and important dates. Again, all of that is exactly the same as last year. Then you get into your actual monthly pages, and again, and no changes from last year. So you get this huge amount of blank space up at the top, and then the monthly calendar has a sidebar on the left-hand side, not on the right-hand side, and it is a Monday start calendar. So I absolutely love a Monday start calendar, and I don't have a preference on where the sidebar is, so I really like this monthly calendar layout. The only thing that I do not like about this monthly calendar is the darker gray bar at the top. I kind of wish that that was just plain, and also with the darker gray flags printed on the days where they're holiday. And then a slightly bigger deal than that is that the Saturday and Sunday have the hash marks on it. Now, the thing is with the font, with all of the printing being lighter this year than it was last year, the weekend hashing is actually super, super faint. So it's even fainter and less noticeable than it was last year. Here is last year's, by the way. I feel like off on camera with the lights, I don't know that you can super tell that, but it is fainter than last year. So it's like a little bit less intrusive to planning for this year, but I prefer that my weekends just be the same as everything else in the monthly calendar. I typically have a lot of stuff scheduled on the weekends, you know, like events and kids' birthday parties and different stuff that I'm putting in my monthly calendar. So I do prefer that to be more blank. That again, with how light gray it is, it's not going to get in the way of using stickers or color or highlighters or whatever in here. This is also a planner that has the weekends on a split day. So Saturday and Sunday are on the same day of the week. So the weekend is treated differently throughout the planner. Then you get into the actual daily pages. So this one actually starts on July 1st with the Saturday and Sunday combined page. We'll take a look at the weekday first, and then we'll take a look at the weekend page together. If you are a person who wants your weekends split, then this is probably not going to work for you. If you're a person who doesn't mind the weekends being together, I love the weekend layout of this planner. I think it's a really nice layout. I don't use this planner every day or even regularly, but for the one that I have last year, I have used it occasionally, and most of the time that I've used it has actually been weekend days. I'll show you what that looks like in a second in the one from last year. Again, same layout as last year, so just zooming out so you can kind of see the full page, but I'm gonna zoom in because I know it's really hard to see when it's so zoomed out with the gray writing. So up at the top, you have this page. It really does utilize almost all of the space on the page, unlike in the monthly where there's a lot of blank space at the top to keep the calendar squares square. But up at the top here, you just have a little bit of blank space, and then you have a quote on every single day. So that is a thing that I do not love about this planner. I am not a quote person. I don't like quotes on my planner. And most of the time when I've used this planner in the past, I have covered them. They're pretty minimal, so you could easily cover them. And then this little bar right here holds a 10mm roll of washi just perfectly. I actually have one here where I've done some washi on it, and that is a Saturday, Sunday spread, but same. And most of the time, I honestly didn't even white it out. I just ran a piece of washi on top of it. So then you have today's top 3, and then this little D section, as I like to think of it, where it says do, dinner, dollars, and don't forget. So I really love this top section as well here. It's a great thing to have in a daily page. So you can also repurpose this section. Sometimes when I'm using this planner, I'll take one of them if I don't have anything due, or if I don't typically do like a lot of day-to-day budgeting stuff. So I'll cover that one, and I'll just put the weather in one of those, because that is the other thing that I like in the top of my daily planner. And then on the left-hand side of the page, you have a hourly schedule for you to do your time blocking, for you to schedule any appointments. However, you typically use an hourly section. It runs from 5 to 9, so it is a very long day, but they are hour-long blocks, not half-hour blocks, which I do prefer the half-hour block. And for me, just having a shorter window of time with the half-hour blocks works better, but this does give you access to a lot more of the day than you have in some of those types of planners. Then on the other side of that, you have a to-do list. It has space for 16 to-dos, and it's got a little checkbox printed on it. So it's a really nice dainty square. And then at the bottom, you have a section for notes and a little section for daily gratitude. So all of the printed in here is very small, makes it easy to cover if you wish to repurpose these into any other sections, but it is just like a little nice daily map, kind of everything you need for a daily plan. There is no weekly overview spread except for what's on the weekend page, which we'll get to in a second. So July starts on a Saturday, so your first page here is the Saturday, Sunday, July 1st and 2nd, and then you have Monday here, then Tuesday on the left and Wednesday on the right, then Thursday on the left and Friday on the right, and then that repeats again. So that will repeat all month, but it's not going to repeat like that for every month. It just depends on the timing. So July ends on a Monday, so you have Monday here printed directly on the back of the tab, which is a thicker page than the regular paper. So July here printed on the back of the tab, and then you get into your August calendar, and then after that you start right again on August 1st. Each month only has the days of the month that are in that section. There's no rolling of the days into before or after to keep the planner consistent where the days are always on the same day of the week. So on this one, it is, well, actually, I think on this one, it's the same. So that's Tuesday, Wednesday. And then when you get to the end of August, which ends on a Thursday, you have this day, you have Thursday here, and that's on the left-hand page. So if the month ends on a left-hand page, you end up getting an extra notes page printed on the back of the tab there to keep it so that only the days of the month are in. So some months you get that extra notes page, and some months you get the last day of the month. It just depends on how the week falls. So then this one, September, it has the opposite of what July and August had. So Friday on the left-hand side and Saturday, Sunday on the right-hand side. So speaking of Saturday, Sunday, let's take a look at this layout, which again is different. So it's split vertically, not horizontally. You get still the same top bar at the top, and you get the same quote. And then it's got a today's top 3, and then the calendar schedule, and then today's top 3 for Sunday and the calendar schedule. Again, both running 5 to 9 there. And then at the bottom, instead of that notes and gratitude, you get a little mini week setup. And I think that's really cool. So I really love that as a weekend setup, because sometimes we have like a couple of to-dos. Honestly, we have some to-dos on Sundays where we do our weekly reset. We always have lots of events to schedule in. And then I love having this little space where you can just map out your next week. I can put like little big priorities or any appointments coming up, and then that will help you get all set up for the next week. So here's one that I did last summer in my Day Designer from last year, where I actually did that. So I had my top 3 for each day, we were at the beach this weekend, it was from August. My little daily schedule for both of these. We drove to the beach Saturday morning, and then we're at the beach Saturday through Sunday, and then we drove home at lunchtime on Sunday, as I can see. And then I have my little schedule here for next week. So we had our little events when I was working, when I was filming, that we were going to the beach again the next weekend, camp barbecue. So just a little example of how I use the weekend spread. Again, I don't use my daily planner as much on the weekend. In fact, I often skip it. So I do really like the combined days, but I know that's not going to work for everyone. Some people really like to have these separate days, but this planner does not give you that. So again, this repeats all of there's no colorway to look at. Everything's very neutral. When you have a month where the days are split, that is what it looks like. And it even splits off the little arrow there. And it's got, you know, the holiday always has a flag on it. This does have some holidays printed on it directly. The holidays are also printed on the daily pages, and it just kind of repeats. There's really no extra notes pages, just if you get that, just depending on how the month ends, like this one has it for June at the end here. And then you get to the end of the planner, the end of the year, and then you've got an extra notes page here in the back, and then also some blank pages to end, and then just the back cover. Again, like I said, I do struggle with the wire-o binding on this, but not exclusively on this. I struggle with all wire-o binding, and the back cover is just plain and has the same pattern, but it does not have any folder or anything on the back. I'm gonna close this frontwards, and then I will show you the back of the planner. You have just like a little logo down here on the back and the same pattern on there. So this says the planner weighs 2.6 pounds on the website, so it is quite a meaty planner, and it has 100 GSM paper, which is 70-pound paperweight. We can do a pen test in here. It is the same paper as last year, so if you were already using one of these planners last year and loved it, well, there aren't really any changes. The only thing that I noticed is that the gray is slightly lighter than the gray from last year, but other than that, exactly the same layout, exactly the same paper, all of that stuff. So we can do a pen test, and we'll just do it on this last page here. Before I do the pen test, I just thought I would show you one more spread in here. This is one where actually Day Designer had challenged me to use their stickers in the planner for a reel that we worked on, and I thought this was super, super cute. So this is just a spread using only ink and a gold gel pen, and then some stickers from their planner. So this one was for a day in September for a Wednesday, so not using that weekend planner there, but just this cute little setup, and I do really like that. All right, so I'm gonna do a pen test. I've got some of my regular gel pens. I've got a click art, a dot marker, some brush pens, and a mild liner, so we can write, do all of the things. I just grabbed a Pigma Micron as well, so a fine liner, just so that we can test all the pens. All right, so this paper is really smooth to write on. It is a little bit thinner of paper, so same as plum paper, which also uses 100 GSM paper, but this is less coated than that paper, and it is a little bit thinner than the Erin Condren and Moxie Life paper. That being said, most pens and markers are okay. The click art pen is ghosting and bleeding slightly, as is the stamping marker, and the dark press of the dot marker is also bleeding through just a teeny bit, but the rest of it is not bleeding through. None of the Tombos, not the mild liner, a little bit of ghosting on some of the darker markers, but ultimately not too bad. So it is pretty nice paper. I think with the daily pages, especially with how thick this planner is, I don't think you could do this with 120 GSM paper. And it is a really neutral feeling paper. So not too toothy, not too smooth, just kind of a general nice writing paper. So be careful with your darker markers or your your bolder pens like the click art there, but all of your regular writing pens, your mild liners are gonna be totally fine in here. So that is a look at the new academic year day designer planners, the July start ones. I think this is a really gorgeous daily planner. Ultimately, it's not the right daily planner for me to use every day, but I do think that this is a really wonderful option if you're looking for something a little bit larger with a longer schedule, or if you've got more to-dos. I think it just does have a really beautiful layout and structure. Do you use a day designer? Have you used one? Let me know in the comments down below. Check out all of their gorgeous cover options. They're honestly so, so beautiful, and I'm really happy with this sunset one. It is absolutely gorgeous. So you may see this from time to time on my channels, as I do occasionally like to plan in here, but that's it. So thank you so much to Day Designer for sending me this planner, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and you can also check me out on Instagram and TikTok at mycraftyplans for even more planner fun. Bye.